I will need for you to fill out a statement for him.
I don't want him arrested. I just want him to leave us alone.
I know, but he had a weapon on him, and it was terrorist threats.
Brandishing is not a crime with a knife. Brandishing is only a crime for a gun.
Terrorist threats, though, sorry.
Because he said die to me and had his knife out?
All that was done. The threats, everything. Let me get a statement.
I thought you were going to arrest him. I wouldn't call. I just wanted to leave us alone.
I understand, but we still have a job to do.
Now he's gonna think I'm doing this because I'm white and he's black, or he's homeless and I'm not. I don't want that.
But did he do what he did?
Yeah, but I don't want him thinking I did it because he's in whatever situation he's in. I just want him to leave us alone.
I doubt that.
All right.
Don't you find it hilarious when things all come together? Well, apparently this man over here has gone out and cried because he was he didn't like the fact that the person threatened him and his family with a knife. So therefore, he cried over it. That's right. You know, normally when as an individual such as myself and a masculine in my own frame, I would like, normally when somebody comes and threatens me, my friends, or God forbid my family for going with a knife, the last thing I'm going to do is cry over the guy that's getting taken away with the knife. You know, going to prison, you know, for threatening people. But, well, in this guy's case, that doesn't seem to be the thing here. Well, here's the actual full video of, the guy, of the police interacting with a guy and interacting with a victim that, got attacked and still cried over it. And, doesn't really fix much things here.
22. An alarming incident unfolded at Flowers Park in Doraville, Georgia, when a man brandished a knife and threatened a family. According to the suspect, he claimed to be peacefully sitting in the park when the family began screaming at him for no apparent reason. Furthermore, he alleged that the children directed inappropriate insults towards him. However, upon speaking with the family, a different account of the events emerged.
Will not leave us alone. We didn't do anything to provoke him. I got tired of it. I came. He's over here. I'm way the hell over here. Please be quiet. Please be quiet. Please shut up. Please leave us alone.
That's what he's telling you to do?
I'm telling him to leave us alone.
Hey, tell me what's going on.
I was sitting here literally. I'm going through a very stressful time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just literally just sitting there, and he just started screaming. The kids called me like, oh my God. I was like, can you just leave me alone? And they just kept coming.
Where were you? You said you were just sitting here?
Yes, ma'am. Like literally, I literally was just like, stop.
Are you close?
And they just wouldn't leave me alone. I was
one coming down Flowers.
I'm by myself. My phone isn't on, so I was just like, whatever. As long as they don't bother me, I won't say anything. But then they just kept nagging. I can't even remember what they were saying.
325 to 25.
Then he came over after they called me a
1025.
They kept saying something like fail, and yeah, it's a fail. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know how people do that around town now.
Okay.
And yeah, I was just sitting there, and then he came over, and he pulled something from his pockets, and I can barely see right now because I don't have my glasses on. My eyes are a little crazy. But I was just like, why is he pulling something from his pocket? He's like, yeah, I have a license to carry a concealed gun. I'm like, oh my God, stay away from me. And then that's why I was like, I have my knife, but I stayed seated, and he threatened to pull a gun out. So I was like, well, call the cops then. I was just yelling 911 because I know the police station's right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, well, call the cops then. Well, I didn't say that. I was just like, 911, because he's the one that's acting like he can pull a gun out.
Mm-hmm.
He said he had a license for a concealed weapon, so I was just like, I don't need to deal with your gun. Leave me alone. I just kept screaming, leave me alone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you said you were just sitting on the bench and they came over and they were saying stuff to you.
Yes, ma'am.
You quiet?
Yeah. So my kids are playing on the playground, and then out of nowhere, shut up, leave me alone, go away, you're bothering me, fuck your dog. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just ignore it. I just ignore it. I tell my kids, come over here. They're uncomfortable playing on the playground. My friend, we're completely ignoring him.
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes, just, fuck you, leave us alone. Do I need to call the police? You're bothering me. Go away. Okay, I'm just ignoring it. By like the 10th time, like, just leave us alone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not bothering you. You're bothering us. We're having a conversation in a public park. Like, if you don't like it, go to the other park. Like, I'm not gonna change what my family's doing here on my fiance's birthday because you want to sleep outside right here and not be bothered. And so by that time, I'm fed up with it. So I walk over to here, right here. I mean, how much space is that? Like, leave us alone, man. Yeah, fuck you too. Like, leave us alone. We're not bothering you. Nobody said a word to you. My kids don't want to come over on the playground because of you. So he pulls out the knife. He's like, go away, go away. I'm like, no, you're not going to tell me what to do. Like, shut up, leave us alone. Pulls out the knife.
A second time?
No, just
the
once.
little time, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a knife too.
Okay.
I'm not coming closer to you. But if you pull out your knife, I'm not just going to stand here and like take it.
Yeah.
I didn't walk any closer to him. This guy right here was standing right next to me the whole time. He's like, it's not worth it, it's not worth it. I'm like, I know it's not. I'm not going to go actually fight him unless he charges us. He didn't charge us, but he absolutely pulled out his knife.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Brandon Wells.
He was arrested and charged with simple assault and terroristic threats. Following his arrest, he was transported to the DeKalb County Jail.
Let's go to the squad car, please.
Okay.
That way.
Why is it happening? I'm being arrested?
Yes.
For what?
I'll be with you. Just 1 second.
I just wanted to leave him alone.
But still, I will need for you to fill out a statement for him.
I don't want him arrested. I just want him to leave us
I
alone.
know, but he had a weapon on him, and it was terrorist threats.
Brandishing is not a crime with a knife. Brandishing is only a crime
brandishing.
for a gun.
Terroristic threats, though, sorry.
Because he said die to me and had his knife out.
What all that was done. The threats, everything. Let me get a
If I
statement.
thought you were going to arrest him, I wouldn't call. I just wanted to leave us alone.
I understand, but we still have a job to do.
Now he's gonna think I'm doing this because I'm white and he's black, or he's homeless and I'm not. I don't want that.
But did he do what he did?
Yeah, but I don't want him thinking I did it because he's in whatever situation he's in. I just want him to leave us alone.
I doubt that. I'll be right back, okay?
I just, I don't want to hear
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Really is sad. This is the state of masculinity right here. Crime because some guy is, being taken to jail because he threatened your family with a knife. But here's another perspective of this, by the way, on where I could possibly see the guy's fear in this. There's a lot of black people today that want to go out and say, oh, the white people are bad. Yes, hate the white people, and they're all the victims, right? That the black people are only the victims. Going out even as far out to say that, just because, we were treated badly before, that, that's okay. I wonder if the people that are saying this or are completely ignorant to the fact that maybe they don't know about the Irish. Here's a little bit of history for y'all. The Irish were actually the first slaves in America. Oh, so the black people weren't the first slaves of America then. Oh. So there's the slaves that, to be accurate, it was in 1812 when the first slaves, which were in America, happened in 1812, which were the Irish. It wasn't until 1819 until, the slaves of black people came. Which, by the way, were sold by other black people. Yeah, that's right. So, the black people that became slaves were sold by other black people for petty things such as jewelry. So the Africans thought it was okay to sell their own people to other people from other countries for jewelry. And I'm pretty sure everything in South Africa is going swimmingly. I'm pretty sure they're not the top capital right now, outpacing Sweden in terms of grape, but I'm pretty sure everything's going great in South Africa. Now, this is not me trying to constantly be hating on black people. But this is the reality of what white people have to fear, or I guess in this guy's case, in what happens, when black people are being held to such a great high standard, because black people just go out, say that a white person's being racist for pretty much bloody anything, and even when they're being arrested, this black guy, or black people in general, can say, oh, well, this person did it because I'm black, and the media will go through it, blame this white person because this person was arrested because he was black, and try to tarnish this white person's life forever because, he was a racist white person that ended up doing this because, he wanted this person arrested because he was black. This is the actual narrative and divisiveness that we have caused in this country today. To where black people can go claim white people did this, and the black people will be praised for it, but the white person would be treated as a white racist or a black racist, hating black people. He wants to bring the black people down more because, obviously when a black person comes and brings a knife to you, that's completely your fault and you should feel bad for it. That's the society that we live in. And every time when people bring up reparations, they're like, oh yes, black people should 100% get reparations. Okay, so what about the Irish people that were also raped and enslaved in from 1812 through pretty much until the longevity of, I would even say, even when black people were here, which black people, by the way, had it almost as bad as the Irish people since 1819. But we always want to make it sure that, black people are mostly affected, right? Because, why not give reparations to black people? They need the money, but not the white people, such as the Irish. They can't get the money because they weren't impoverished enough. Because they're white. What does it matter to them? They don't need the money. They cause all the issues. Yes. Because it's not like every other slave or any other race was not enslaved at one point. Slavery was a huge thing across many of the countries for decades. Not just decades, for centuries even. Because slavery was a huge thing. Egyptians were slaves. There's been a whole bunch of movies and videos of Egyptians enslaving their own people, which, they happen to be across all the spectrums. Black people were enslaved, white people were enslaved, Chinese were enslaved, Japanese were enslaved, mostly due to history. So I don't know where people want to start saying, oh, reparations? Then start making reparations for everybody. Making reparations for the Chinese. The stupidity of it all is that this is where division has come from. Until we get black people out of this stupid, dumb, racist narrative to where white people need to be punished, and they have to start feeling better for themselves because white people keep on bringing them down, rather than trying to better themselves, this is where we're going to be. Alright? Black people are not victims. Black people do not deserve reparations because we are better than that. We are able to make ourselves better and build up ourselves better by all the other black people that have done so. You think Morgan Freeman, Will Smith, and all these other black people, that they weren't put down? Morgan Freeman had a very bad life. He's now a very rich black person. So does this man deserve reparations? Despite the fact that he grew up in an actual racist area, and he still made money for being made money. And he's actually one of the most respected black people. Yeah. This is where I'm going with this. These people are white people today. I can understand why they feel fear. Because black people can label any white person anything right now in terms of racism, and black people will be defended, and white people will be punished. It's just the reality of everything. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, as always. Take care.